Hi traders, welcome to the video. Please pause the video and make sure you understand the disclaimer before proceeding. Traders, Anthony here looking at the US 500. So we've had this rally Friday, well, from down here and then another push. I'm looking for a counter trend trade here, but be careful because Monday we can quite often see another push up before we get the retrace. So that's what I'm always a little bit wary of. So let's just go out of here and get a bit of a perspective, see what we've got. Okay, weekly levels. See, we've got these highs here. And yeah, we traded right to it, almost to the pip. So let's just mark that up. So we've got resistance level weekly sitting right here, rejected at that level on the daily. And I'm always going to keep an eye on the weekly open as well. And we want to see how this trades around the weekly open. So if weekly open, market kicked off here. So I'll mark that up and always keep these markups on the chart when you go down to the lower time frame. Generally what we will see, if we see a strong rally like this on a Friday, we'll generally see Monday whip up into buy side liquidity, taking out liquidity. The other thing that concerns me with this, well actually we've got that, is if you have a look left, these highs, we've got these relative equal highs here, right here on the daily, and I was just going to say I would expect this to trade back up, take out buy side liquidity, and then we see a retrace. Well, it's actually done that, but is that over? That's the question. We've got this imbalance here on the daily and through here. We'll have a look at it on the 4-hour. So we've got this, well, these relative equal highs here on the daily time frame. So we'll just keep that marked up. I'll just color that yellow. That's generally my daily 1-day time frame color. I would be a little bit careful. Don't underestimate this thing traveling up. Let's just grab these highs here and mark that up and call that a liquidity pool. Name it liquidity pool, right for the picking. Right now, I mean, I'm not saying it definitely going to do that because it's already spiked up a little bit. But what I'm saying is, if you're looking to trade this or counter trend trade this, just be aware that that is definitely a possibility. And let's just quickly go back out to the weekly. If that's the case, and you are looking to short this, well, let's pick up at least the next weekly high back here, and we'll call that a weekly high. So we'll just mark up level W. When we go down to the 4H then, and if we're looking for a counter trend, I'm definitely interested in a counter trend trade here. Okay, so that weekly high is fairly close to this one. We've tapped up, touched it, rejected. I'm inclined to, let's just grab a Fibonacci and check this out. We'll just pull it. I'm just looking at the possibility this retraces back down. See this yellow zone, the 618786? That coincides with, if you have a look at this green candle, this thin candle, if we pick the candle left and the candle right and we mark that up, we've got this imbalance here. So we'll just mark that up as a price gap on the 4H. I'm anticipating this kind of price action, possibly. Whether it spikes up, who knows how far up it'll trade, but something like that, and then down into this price gap. So a counter trend for me is a thing for now. I don't want to be buying at this level. I mean, it could push higher. Seriously, smart money are relentless with their pursuit for stop runs, buy side liquidity in this case. So I wouldn't surprise me they trap traders short here and then push it up for a final run north. So just be careful. Let's just have a look and see what this looks like. So we've got the London Open. So it's traded up into the London Open and rotating. So we'll just call that the London Open. Keep an eye on Monday, London session open. Keep an eye on how this reacts around the Asia close. Let me just take that out. So we've got the Asian session close 1900. We're trading down into it. Wouldn't surprise me we see this rotate 1900 my time Brisbane, Australia. It wouldn't surprise me this rotates and travels back up. Then we've got the New York Open out here somewhere. We'll just grab that, the New York session. And that's at 2200 Brisbane, Australia time. I'm going to be looking for something like this, a rotation and possibly something. Oh, God, that's supposed to be a trend. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it could even travel higher than that. That's what I'm saying. But just be aware that we've got this strong move. This is bearish. This is bearish. Have a look at this. We've got this range prior to the Asian session range prior to London. We get a spike down, trapping traders short. This is the fakey shaky pattern. Traps traders short, spikes up, hits liquidity. And then we get this really strong sell here. And what we get with that is we get this price gap up in here. I'm going to look for a trade back up into this level, and then I'll be looking to short this. And I think we'll find a similar setup on the other stock markets and possibly the euro dollar. I'll have a look at that next. But that's the trade that I would like to take. So I'm just going to mark this up as a price gap on the, by the way, guys, if you haven't already, click the links below, join my Telegram group. It's free to join. I'd love to see you in there. And have a look at the other link. Go to my website. There's a lot of information on there about the services that I'm offering, and you might be surprised. Coming back here, that's the kind of thing I would be interested in getting involved, but I would want to see this trade back up, and then on the lower time frame, you'll want to see, like even if we go down to a 3-minute chart with this roadmap in mind, this is kind of how I'm seeing the markets. I'm just speaking my mind here. I want to see somewhere around here, possibly, I mean, however it works, but generally we're going to see these movements around the session times. We've got this rotation at the London Open. We've got possibly going to see a rotation here at the Asian close, and then quite possibly this looks to rebalance. I hope I'm making sense here. So 15-minute time frame imbalance. If we have a look here, we've got this candle here. This is a 3-minute. So that's a 3-minute imbalance. And then we've got down here as well. But this is the level that I'm interested in more than anything. So we just mark that up. Yeah, I want to see it trade back up. But on the 3-minute time frame, what I do want to see would be this rotates, and then we start to see a trend forming. Let me just get rid of that. So if I grab my pencil, hypothetically speaking, something like that, I'll be looking for, if this happens here, right? If we do get this trade back, or even up in here, I'm waiting to see lower lows, lower highs setting up. Then there'll be an entry short. Stops. Well, I mean, you can go above this high here. If it's higher than this, go above this high. If we start to see this trending down, that's where I would place my stop. Keep an eye on the weekly level here as well. If this rotates below this level, well, you've got this high back here for a stop. The high of, if this sets up a trend here, the high of this, we see a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. That's going to be, your stop loss level. So I'm kind of planning this on the possibility we get this play. Now, if this thing here doesn't set up, this idea here, this trending down, if it doesn't set up, if we see this trade up and it continues, then we abandon the idea. So what I'm waiting for is especially around the New York Open, I want to see how it reacts here. And if we see it even before, it doesn't have to be right on, but if we see it trending down, that's possibly going to be the opportunity. So guys, I think that wraps it up really. US 500, smash the likes and comment. I'd love to hear your opinion. Join, click the links below. Have a great day. Safe trading. See you in the next one.